Right, we're gonna go live now because it's 9:15. Going live. You are live. You are live and kicking.
So are people now currently seeing me eating the pot noodle on the lag?
They might be. We're a real top-notch, high-flying outfit here, aren't we?
I believe the word you're looking for is we're a real Mickey Mouse organisation to which the response, the call and response is we're not even Betty Boo. But a big hello to everyone. Cupboard monkey, let me get on. But right, we have got the Bachmann, I think it's the winter announcements. Now we're looking, and currently I've got on my screen, it's just showing the autumn ones, obviously, because the official announcement isn't until 9:30. So big hello to everybody. We've got Josh's Train Room, Peter Reed, Adi Pullen, Angus's Trains, great to see you, Combat Bunny, Peter Reed, Vobert Becking, Ben Tullett, Tony Simmons, Paul John, and Robin Slewer. Well, basically, this is the quarterly announcement from Bachmann. So I'm really interested, actually, to see what people's predictions are and whether or not they come true. So essentially, what Bachmann did, remember back at the beginning of the year, saying, right, instead of having our yearly announcements and then everybody moan and whinge that things were like years in the future. The cupboard monkey wants their phone. Go and get in the bath. Essentially, what? Oh, the cupboard monkey's messing about. I don't know. What did we have on screen there for the moment? I wasn't paying attention.
What you had on screen was the web browser.
Oh right,
but it's showing the autumn stuff.
Right. So 9:30, the Bachmann announcement is going to be on the actual Bachmann YouTube site. It's interesting to see actually that Bachmann have kind of tentatively started to embrace the idea of actually having a YouTube presence, which yeah, I think it's a really great idea. So I'm talking to you guys, and I am also looking for the stream, because if I type on the keyboard, you hear it coming through the microphone, which I'm guessing is pretty unpleasant. It's like the stream is sponsored by Billy's Replacement Speakers. But we are actually in, let's just, come on, where is my stream? For some reason, it's not.
I'll send you a link.
Did you?
Yes. Go out, go to Messenger.
Messenger, oh, you're making things complicated.
And there's your link. I made it as simple as I could for you.
Did you share it on all the things?
Yes.
Great, it's great, isn't it? No, I don't want YouTube and Facebook to share details.
Guys, Jen is normally better sorted than this because she's had more than an hour of awakeness.
Well, it's not just that, but we've got 55 people in. Don't forget to tickle the like and share the stream if you so wish. Keith Boynton says hi from Staffordshire and Cannock Railway Club. A big hello to you guys. Now, you probably recognise that the background behind me is a little bit different. We're in the lair of the cupboard monkey. Excuse me. So this isn't a green screen. I can actually pull these out, and they are actual real PlayStation 2 games. We used to do the Monday Club from in here, and it's so weird and different. I'm so used to not being hemmed in. I feel like I've got a monitor right in my face, and like, oh, it's tiny, tiny. I don't know how the cupboard monkey can function in here. But let me just make sure that we're getting all the live chat. Poshington01, Chris Hale's Heritage Railway, hi to you. Josh's Train Room. Adi Pullen saying some shops are saying it's not until 12 for some reason. I think we had this down at the beginning of the year. I've seen 9:30, and I think that actually
a chalice of your finest wake-up juice.
Oh, Diet Coke. So, and the cupboard monkey interrupted me halfway through my breakfast. So, it's a bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted to go live at 9:15.
Keep talking.
Have you been touching my games? I can tell when you've been touching it because they move ever so slightly. My games, oh.
Will you behave yourself and get in that bath?
Well, you're in my cupboard, so...
Yeah, this bottom groove is a bit... Right, so essentially we're waiting for the announcement, but first up, I'm really interested to know what your predictions are. Now, my thoughts are, and it has been announced on RM Web.
I think we might get some trains.
So, how do I get an extra tab up? Is it? This is a Mac.
Okay.
Command
See
T.
that? No. Just so that it doesn't sort out any of the problems. Just press on that button there.
Oh gosh. Right.
Now you've got 3.
That's fine. I'm sure I can work out tabs. He thinks I'm a complete weirdo. I am, but right. I've forgotten now. People, right. So you have to bear with me on the tappity tap of me typing. Normally I hammer at the keys, so I've got to be ever so careful and gentle. But no, I'm really, really interested to see what you guys are thinking about for what's going to be announced now. Oh come on, just let me in.
And that's why I said you've got 3 tabs now.
Yeah. No. Just sign in. What the? Just, oh, for God's...
Yes, this is the problem, Jen. This is why I have so many frustrations when dealing with your videos.
Yeah, let's just have a look. Right, Bachmann. Let's see now. Bachmann Announcements. Right. We're going to get some information here. I think my guess is it is public, and I'm not sure. I'll leave that up. Right, that's fine. So, what are people's predictions? We've got Garthian in. Hello to you. North End Sidings Model Railway. Good morning, all. Day off for me today, and I'll be having a whole month off in 2 days. And then vomiting. I take it that this whole month off was something that you weren't planning, and it came about because of basically what?
When do I get a month off from you?
On the 32nd of never. But let's have a look. AD Pullman, LNER V2 release date, and maybe the Beetle well tank in EFE. You mean the BT well tank, I'm guessing. The BT well tank is a Kerno Model Centre exclusive. Then again, so with the Tiger China Clay wagons. So the BT well tank, possibly. Not sure on that. There's the O2 as well that Kerno did. I think Kerno might hang on to them for the time being. What I would personally say is maybe if the London Underground stock has sold well on pre-order, could we possibly see that in the Island Line Network South East livery? Tony Simmons says, I see you got 2 thumbs down already, so a big hello to the trolls who've passed through. Don't forget, it's all an interaction. It's probably because basically I'm full screen. I'm just looking. The Cupboard Monkey has written down cheat sheets for me. U plus browser, Alt Command plus 8. So, you put Alt, but there is no Alt on a Mac. You mean function? Oh, no, I tell a lie. Alt Command and 8. Alt Command 8. Oh, yeah, no, I've worked it out. This is a Mac. I'm not used to Macs. So, what the... Hey! What the heck did you... It just suddenly... No, that's naughty. That's naughty. That's some kind of spamming thing happening there. Right, so we're looking at what was announced last time, and Peter Reed says, not even sure why people dislike. If you don't like the stream, just go elsewhere. Kind of pointless. Maybe they have nothing else to do. Perhaps a job would help. Yeah, I think jealousy is probably at the bottom of it. But Benton Road, hi to you. And we've... Gamehammer Classic Gamer says, Jenny evicted me from my cupboard. Oh, yes. Richard Swiderski. Yeah, I think Zoe is feeling better because she's being mischievous. Excuse me. Chris Hale's Heritage Railway. Underground stuff. Yeah, I think they might build on liveries for the ex-EFE range that's gone into the EFE range. Gamehammer Classic Gaming says, you got one of my websites because you'd highlighted the browser, not the OBS stream. Okay. Sapphire Junction says, please Bachmann, a DRS or Network Rail DBSO or both. Yeah, I think... okay, Cupboard Monkey, thank you for the tech advice. It is much appreciated. Now, I've been nudging Bachmann, like, oh, please, oh, go on, you know you want to. For me, I have got fairly simple pleasures. Let's just roll that back a bit, shall we? Because that, now I've heard it in my own ears, that sounds a little bit. But no, I actually like re-releases, different liveries on existing models, different identities, and I'm really interested in having the Standard Class 4 tank locomotive, which I'm just looking down, it wasn't in the last lot of announcements. I don't think it's been available new for a little while now. But I'd like to see it in as 80054 in early Crest BR, because that's the Hornby 00 identity of that model, and a great many people will have grown up with the Hornby 00 Standard Class 4. And really, I think it's something that would be absolutely great to see. That the retro nostalgia market is huge. We're seeing that with the Hornby Centenary range. So I think that that's an easy win for Bachmann to release that. Maybe release 80033 with late Crest as well. Maybe even do the pair of them as a presentation pack. Not entirely sure about that, but certainly have both separate in the range. I think the Class 66 is another area where maybe the Hattons one, it was greatly anticipated, talked up, and there were a few things that people are saying with the I know that Sam's Trains in his review did highlight the end of the axles coming off. Now, we were told actually in the press release when we did the review on the pre-production model, like, oh, this won't happen to the production models. But I gather from a few people that actually Sam's Trains was bang on the money, even though we were told that's not a feature of the real models, that, you know, some people are experiencing that. And I think maybe that the Bachmann 66, good solid release. So maybe Captain Tom Moore perhaps would be one. Thai green curry pot noodles for the win. Really nice flavour, actually. I really like them. North End Sidings Model Railway says unlikely, but I'd like to see them take on Helgen and their Class 07 and 17. Well, the EFE range in N-Gauge, we've got the Class 17. So perhaps a 001 would be something that would sell. How much of a market really is there? What you've got to factor in is that they will view that the Helgen Class 17 and 00, it's already well established, it's already out there. Its providence is already, you know, all the little glitches with the burning out motor, that's all been fixed. So it's a good, solid, reliable model. And they will take the view that they probably can't make it pay. You can't sell enough of them. Because of the Helgen one already on the market. Garthian says, my Hatton 66 doesn't lose its axle hubcaps. Yeah, they are supposed to be attached, so I'm guessing a great many people they are. But I have seen reports of it. Now, I don't know whether that's people going like, oh well, theirs came off, so it must be true for all of them. That does happen a bit. I had a fair few arguments with people over the running plate of the Dapol Rails Terrier. I even took a metal ruler to mine. It's like, nope, it's straight. But people are like, no, they're all bent. Even though they probably themselves personally don't own any. Sapphire Junction says a collector's club, Malcolm liveried or DB Red Gliders livery Class 90 would be nice. I think as well, there's a pretty good chance of a Somerset and Dorset joint railway blue liveried Midland Railway 1P. I think that would be one of the exclusives that they've hinted at for the Collectors Club. I think it would sell really well. The previous Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Special Edition, which I think from memory was the 3F, so the 3F or the 4F, that sold. I think it's still on record as being the best selling, the quickest selling Collectors Club model of all time. Right, I'm just going to put me up on the screen, and this is so that I can now. Where's all my tabs gone? Zoe, all my tabs just disappeared. All I got left when I changed was the one I was looking at.
What are you doing to my computer?
pressing the buttons that you... Right, just, it's all right. Bear with me, people. I can bring back up the page that I wanted to check on. So Ben Davis says, I'm watching your video and the Bachmann British Railway announcements winter 2020 at the same time. Hello to
what have you done, you intergalactic techno weenie? You've... Oh, for goodness.
What have I done? I pressed the buttons that you told me to.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I did.
You've got these two here.
I did Alt Command. Yeah, well, I've just... Well, you stopped messing about. I had three a moment ago. And then
yes, you had. And you appear to have closed the live stream monitor one. Don't worry about it. It's still online.
I used these buttons.
Yes, but you didn't click on OBS first.
Oh, for God's sake.
And that's why...
Well, you just...
See, this is why I got her that little device where you just press buttons, because Jen can't be trusted with anything technical.
Yes, the International Convention of the Techno Weenies is now live. Hello, represent.
So when you need to change those, you have to click on OBS first.
Apparently, it's not user-friendly here. Right, anyway.
It is user-friendly.
Well,
You're just not a friendly user.
So,
Can I go back now?
Yeah, you can go back. Right, I also want to bring up, we will be using...
Don't open too many or you'll slow it down and break it.
Yeah. Right, we're also going to be using the... Oh, excuse me. The Rails of Sheffield website. I'm going to take a look on here because they will start putting up the newly announced models. I'm just seeing if anything's gone up. Rails of Sheffield haven't yet put anything up. Let me just go back to the home page. I'm just looking to see if any of the listings have gone up yet. Not yet. So I will also check out Hattons, because Hattons are very good. I know that there'll be people sat there updating as the video goes on. Ben Davis says, yes, I would love to see the Underground Stock Special Class 483 in Network South East livery and a Class 90 in Grand Central livery. This is one of my favourite liveries on the modern railway. Ben Davis says, thanks for doing this video and stay safe. You're absolutely welcome. Thank you guys for tuning in. DT Head, thanks from Australia, all of you. Thank you very much. And look, you guys out there, take care as well. Right, I am going to just check, and nothing's gone up yet. So I'm just checking around, and no, there's nothing as yet appearing. So just going to refresh that. And what I'm actually doing is I'm checking for, let me just refresh that page, see if any announcements got up. So the Bachmann video is going on. For copyright reasons, I can't show you that. You know, it's there on YouTube. You want to see it, go and see it. I don't mind that. It is interesting. A lot of shops apparently are saying 12 o'clock. So I'm not really sure. Stephen Riley says, nice pot noodle. It is, yeah, Thai green curry. Unusual flavour. But it passes the taste test. Big hello to Wardle Road. Great to see you. Sapphire Junction says, pot noodle at 9:30 AM. Haven't done that for years. Oh. North End Sidings Mother Railway, you think Jenny is bad? At work, my colleague was attempting to enter a log-on code using the number pad on the keyboard. It wasn't working. Turns out he was using the telephone, which was next to it. Oh, yes. International Techno Weenies represent. Garthian says the announcements are just starting. So, this is the point where actually you guys probably now know more than me. But my predictions were Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway Blue Class 1P, the Captain Sir Tom Moore 66. Garthian says new Class 66 is Captain Tom. Boom! Predicted. Graham, MCK, morning Jenny, they're doing the NHS Class 66 in 00 gauge and N gauge. That, I think, actually, we've seen the N gauge one from Daypole. I think it was Hornby we saw the 00 one from. I think there's still plenty of demand for that because the COVID situation is ongoing. I think that it's definitely one to punt the water with, definitely. So, yeah, I'm still waiting to see, will they do the SDJR 1P as maybe a Collectors Club special? Actually, it's coming as a train pack with 2 aeroplanes. So that is interesting. So I'm just going over to the Bachmann site, and there's still no announcement just yet. So let's just go and let's have a look.
I'm going to send you screen grabs, Joe.
Oh, so we're getting sent screen grabs. That's nice. So we'll be up in just one moment. So I'm gonna try something that did actually work on the. Let's have a look. Oh, it would help if I spelt it correctly. This actually worked on the Hornby website. It was actually quite surprising that it did. Internal error prevents. Right, new Thomas train set. I think they'd already been announced. BRM did review them. They're coming with next 18 DCC readiness. Now, I'm speaking to DCC Concepts, and next 18 DCC decoders. Apparently, the actual edge connector that they use only comes from one factory in China. They kind of corner the world supply in these. So they thought that the next 18 was a bit of an odd one because there can be supply issues. And it doesn't mean there is supply issues, but just that when they're all coming out of one factory, it can potentially be an issue. So it's an interesting choice to see next 18 decoder connectability on the Thomas the Tank Engine range. Certainly these are models that we've seen actually on grey import in the UK, and certainly people around the world are wondering what's so new about this. Certainly in America they've had these for a great many years. We did have on some of the starter ranges in the UK very briefly, I think it was Greg, they did the Thomas, the Percy, and I think Rusty the Diesel as well was done. Right, let's have a look. What have we got? Captain Tom Moore, we've got that. It's interesting actually, the Bachmann controller for the Thomas and Friends set is a different colour to what we're used to. It's a lovely blue colour. So I'm just waiting for my cupboard monkey in the ground, on the ground, actually in the back. Oops, sneezy. Yeah, the Thomas the Tank Engine range is very welcome because Hornby lost the franchise. So we've been in limbo for the Thomas the Tank Engine range since probably sometime last year or the year before. It's been a while. Right, we have also got a whole host of Scencraft items. We've got a yard crane, looks really nice. Yeah, some of the these are N scale yard crane. Now that looks a very, very nice item. We're also seeing, I can see actually that the red coach from the Thomas the Tank Engine range. Now these are going to be very much at the budget end, hopefully, which will mean that they look very pre-grouping. I think we're going to see repaints of those. They may well complement the Hatton's Project Genesis pre-grouping coaches. But again, these are nothing new. We've seen these in various ranges before, overseas. Let's see if it's come up yet. No, it hasn't. So I am going to just refresh some of the browsers that I've got open. There is nothing coming up yet. We're seeing the Roxum Signal Box in 00, and this is a special commission, 44-007-4Z. That does look really nice, and it's actually very reminiscent of the old Super Quick build from way back. Wigmore Watermill and accessories with the tail race and gate. That looks nice. The Euroscale Provender store makes a reappearance, but with different livery on it. The Luxton Pullman Hotel does look nice. So there's a range of buildings, the resin buildings. They are really nice actually. I've just used quite a few from the narrow gauge range, and I do like them. They are very good. Same goes for the Hornby and the Oxford Rail ones as well, it has to be said. So how do I do a force refresh on the browser, Zoe?
Click on the browser.
Yes.
Shift Command
and that'll refresh the page I'm on.
Should do, yeah.
Shift Command R. So I'm just doing a. What the? No, what are you doing?
We've got trains now.
So apparently we've got trains coming through. I do like the wooden retaining walls. They look nice. The coal bunker. Line side troughs and catch pits, scale platform, ticket office. We're getting a lot of stuff suitable for the 70s and 80s BR period. Locomotives, N gauge, sound fitted N gauge, class 31s. We're getting the 31-1 refurbished, and we're getting some really nice liveries. The BRRTC revised livery, we've seen that as a special from Kernow Model Centre from Hornby. We're now getting it in the Graham Farish range. And these are coming DCC sound. So let's just have a look. Yeah, we're getting really interesting. There's some really interesting sound fitted versions on there as well. So we're just going to refresh this page. I'm just seeing if anything's starting to get listed so I can get an idea of prices. No prices just yet. So let's just go back on this and let's go and have a look on. No, we have got there's a lot here being announced for N gauge. The Stanier 8F in N gauge, I would love to see a modern tooled version of that in 00. Are we going to get it, I wonder? So we're getting the LMS Crab in that wonderful LMS maroon. The 280, I'm really jealous actually of the people who do N gauge, because you get a really nice Stanier 8F. Peter Reed says, am I the only one who thinks the Bachmann Thomas is more prototypical size than the Hornby one? Anyway, the Hornby one was kind of a hatchet job out of, I think it was the old E2 moulding. The Bachmann ones are based on the TV series. Right, let's have a look. North End Sidings Model Railway says, not sure about sunny Bolton, but here in Preston it's absolutely tipping it down. Actually, we've got sunshine down here. Hoping to get to the model shop today. The issues of only riding motorcycles. I thought Transport Models is shut. Ben Davis, I'm not a big fan of the modern train, but I really do like the Class 66 and may get it. Gordon McIlroy says, morning all, here in anticipation. Yes, get your special froth busting and windscreen wipers ready for all. Garthian says, new H1 H2 Atlantics. So we're here to the 00 and yeah, the Southern Malachite Green Atlantic H2 Atlantic does look stunning. That is an amazing livery, and actually it really does suit that H2 Atlantic. We're also going to get Trevose Head in lined BR Black early emblem, and we're going to get number 422 in that stunning London, Brighton and South Coast Railway umber. We've seen the H1 in that. We now see the H2 in the same livery. That is an absolute must. My pick so far has to be that H2 Atlantic in London, Brighton and South Coast Railway burnt umber. The 94XX sound fitted number 9487 in BR Black early emblem. It was also actually predicted that we'd hear when these are coming, so that suggests that they will appear over the Christmas period. So that is great news. I know a lot of people have been waiting on those, especially. We're getting the Class 57s, 57.3s and DRS and West Coast Rail Company. The Class 108 is back, Speed Whiskered, and also we've got the 117 in revised Network Southeast. Another BR Intercity Gov in the Intercity Swallow livery. I'm sure we've had that before. Yeah, that's a reissue. You still see them around. I know Arcadia Models, I think, still got some. The Pillbox is back in the range. Really great model, actually. I really do like the Bachmann Pillbox brake. It's a lovely model. They've released, and very long lasting, actually. I think the latest livery that I've seen on that from Bachmann is in Network Southeast. Beautiful model. Now, we did see in the sale, actually, at Rails of Sheffield, a box set for that. Oh, Garthian, SDJR 1P for Collectors Club. Boom! Called it. Been calling that for months. And yes, it is an obvious one. And there's never been a greater reason, actually, to join the club than to get that model. And it's a welcome addition. I know one person at least who will be over the moon right now at that announcement. Callum Wilcox, better known as SDJR 7F88. He really is big on the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway, so that will be on his must-have list. Although, surprisingly enough, he didn't have the Hereford Model Centre. What's going on here? Oh, it's just dinged on me. Come on, let me in. Yeah, the Somerset... Oh, God, that... I predict it will sell out within days. Unless Bachmann have anticipated that and increased the production run. I hope they have, actually. Because I think that it's an easy sell for them. It's easy money, and it will keep the fans happy, the collectors happy, because there's nothing worse than seeing an amazing model and there's far less available than what people are wanting. Somebody just said the BT Wells tanks too. Now, somebody did predict that. So, actually, I didn't think we'd see the BT Well tanks reappear in the EFE range. But maybe this is a sign that maybe Kerno models are shifting the risk over to Bachmann. And maybe they've done a deal that's meant that a lot of the Kerno Model Centre exclusives will slowly move over into... Oh, we have another contender. Oh, BT Well Tank 3298 Southern Railway Green. That actually looks more like a London and Southwestern Railway pea green. Oh my, we have a contender for the model of this announcement. I think that so far my top predictions are that the London and Southwestern Railway BT Well Tank in the Southern Railway Green is going to be a big seller. The H2 Atlantic in LBSCR, Burnt Umber, and of course that SDJR Blue 1P. This is, I think this is actually, they've done a belter. It was a damp squib earlier in the year. I'm just refreshing the pages. None of these have appeared on websites where I'm able to actually show you. So I'm just looking now. I would have thought that there's somebody manically typing away at places like Hattons and Rails putting these up, but I don't actually see. Come on, don't let me down. I'm not seeing them getting listed anywhere. Yeah, Angus's trains. That BT Well tank really does suit that green. And yeah, the H2 and Malachite green, don't overlook that. That is a really great model as well. Actually, this has been a belting announcement, actually. Bachmann have pulled it back this year. I know a lot of people criticised this sort of the muchness of nothing of the earlier announcements, but they've pulled it back with this. Although Wardle Road does point out no London Underground tube stock. So let's have a look. So everything now announced. We're also getting the Sharks in. Is that must be N gauge, I think. So oh come on, just make it bigger, you stupid phone. Oh, silly phone. Just show me the picture. Yeah, so we're seeing the Sharks in N gauge and the gate stock. Just make the picture big. I don't want to put an exclamation mark. Oh, I hate phones. Now that is an interesting announcement. The London and Southwestern Railway gate stock in Monsell Green. That I wouldn't have predicted. Richard Swiderski, that is a really good point actually. I completely overlooked that. No, they're not. That's my mistake. So we're waiting on Rails. Yeah, okay. My mistake in my excitement. Still not seeing anything turning up. Come on, somebody update a website.
I am now uploading those photos to Dropbox. You will see them in a moment.
Okay, right. So finally, do I highlight the browser when I tab or OBS?
What?
So
Switch, you have to highlight OBS.
Alt Command and 8. Alt Command 8. So, courtesy of RM Web at the moment, Pride of Britain 66731, Captain Tom Moore, Special Collector's Edition. So again, this is another exclusive. Oh, I do like. So the Hurricane and Spitfire, they do look nice. What scale are they going to be? What? Yes, 172. Are the easy model scale? So does that mean they're going to look like this, or are they an actual model kit? Not quite sure about that. This you're seeing on the screen, the Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 1P, is absolutely incredible on there. So again, these pictures coming courtesy of RM Web, and that really is beautiful. I think that's my prediction for the one that's going to sell out absolutely, absolutely really quickly. I think if you want one of these, you have to join the club now, today, and order it, or you will be disappointed. These are not going to hang around.
For a second there, I thought the message on the side said SPQR. I'm thinking, hang on, ancient Rome didn't make trains?
Apparently that it's limited to just 504. This really is limited. 150 of these will be sound fitted. So if you miss it, you will miss out. So I think that telephone number now is going to be absolutely jammed. Really, really impressed. So let's just try and refresh this. Again, these are coming courtesy of RM Web. So I'm just seeing if any pictures of this as well. That I think is going to be a sleeper hit. That Southern Malachite Green on the Brighton H2. This is a wonderful model actually.
Which one was your favourite? The H1 or something?
The H1, which is fairly similar, but they've done the H2 in the same livery. That is a must-have for me. But that really does look nice. I'm just noticing in the background actually the tin tabernacle that's behind there. That's the one I did a video on. That it's a great little model
As seen
actually.
on Weir Yard.
But this does look good. Again, this is an amazing model, and I'm really looking forward to more versions of this, it has to be said. So that does look amazing. And
it's nice to see the inside.
Yeah.
Normally we have trouble getting an angle to show.
Yeah,
them.
so this is Portland Bill. Really, really lovely model.
Wasn't that a TV show when we were kids?
Might have been. Simon Trains MRS, absolutely. These do look amazing. Garthian says, I really want the London Southwestern Railway gate stock. Missed them from the first time around. Hopefully they're going to be a lot more accessible. You'll be able to order them from your local model shop. If there is still a Bachmann stockist. But yeah, this is really, really nice. This is the one, right, this one is the one which I think I can almost safely say that we will be seeing this on Weir Yard. Quite simply, I think this is going to join the fleet, almost certainly. I'm not decided yet on that Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 1P. I think they are going to sell out very, very quick. Money is very tight at the moment, it has to be said.
Yeah.
But this, I think, is an absolute must for me. I love this detail on the splasher.
What's with the target on the front?
Oh, it's actually on one of these discs. It's part of the head code arrangement. In fact, actually, it's really nice. I like these lamps and stuff. I know. What's interesting here, I will point out, there's a piece there, you can just see it, that is user insertable, I suspect. This is shown in the form that it would, obviously it would run and work, but won't go around very tight corners unless you remove the insert there, or at least not put it in the first place. But I love that on the splasher. That is really, really nice. So this for me, if anybody really wants to buy me a Christmas present,
Are you looking at me here?
Well,
Yeah, okay.
if anybody really wanted to buy me a Christmas present, then
Hint
this is an incredible model. Thank you, Bachmann, for this. This is, I mean, look at that on the splashes, the LBSC. That is so nicely done. I don't know whether it has a 3 or a 5 pole motor, Tony Simmons, but they do run smoothly. Now, this is the DRS 57. These photos are coming courtesy of RM Web via Andy York. Great guy, and certainly does an amazing job for the hobby. And really thank him for making these photos available online via RM Web. So we've got the Class 57 here in the DRS livery. This actually does look a really nice model. So I'm just looking through here. We've got the Class 57. It does look a nice model. It's not my bag, but I know a lot of people, it is their bag. So really nice model, and always nice to see it.
My goodness, what do you like with your outdated phrases?
What?
It's my bag, man.
It's not mine. West Coast Railways 57 as well, and these really do look great. We got there with that very strange coupling assembly that Bachmann modelled on the front. Yeah, James M says H2 Southern Green, that is where go. Yeah, really great model. So we'll just move it. I do like this actually.
Would you like to see the pictures I took as well?
Okay,
I've now made them available on the.
Okay, well, we're going to move
over. Can you jump over to your webcam a moment so people don't see my login information for Dropbox?
So what do we look? So
Command W.
Command W.
Thank you.
I think right now there's a lot of people probably going, yeah, I hear what you're saying, Jenny. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm very busy trying to get hold of one of those Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 1Ps. I suspect I won't go for it purely from a money point of view, and I've got quite a large collection, and I'm looking actually the BT Well tank and the H2 Atlantic. So can I scroll through these? I can.
Yes.
Right, so we're going to go to the pictures that the Cupboard Monkey has. How do we get rid of this at this?
Oh, for goodness sake, what are they doing to me? What are they doing, man?
Right.
Alt Command 8.
Alt Command 8. So these are the pictures that the Cupboard Monkey has sorted out.
Yeah.
So this is the Captain Tom Moore, and so we're going to get this in N-Gauge from Graham Farish.
Engage.
Shut up, Cupboard Monkey. 00 from the Bachmann range. Oops, I'm going to just move it over. We're going to see here. So the Thomas and Friends set. Now, interesting, this is exactly the same model that's produced for the US market. However, 00HO, it's based on a TV prop, so it works with both. Don't worry about that. Wildbank Colliery asks, the 58s, they're the old Helgen ones. I don't know, I haven't got to the 58s. Carla Brooks says, did they mention a Class 58? I didn't see the Class 58. We'll see if that, when we get to that. There's some interesting stuff. Now, I think here, the red brake coach and the red coach there, they, at the right price, they're going to form the basis of repaints for pre-grouping era models. Now, we've got some of these N-Gauge, I just wanted to say scaled, Scenecraft buildings. These do look really nice. I don't know if we're seeing pictures of the 00 versions as pre-productions. So, yeah, Barnabas Junction says, Jenny, all the announcements have all been shown premiered via their YouTube channel. I know that, but I can't show their YouTube channel on my YouTube channel. So I'm basically winging it a little bit. So I'm just looking through what we've got here. The 00 scale Luxton Pullman Hotel. Apparently, Brian, the 58 is on. Right. Thank you very much for that. I will take a look at that in a moment. I'm really interested, actually, the 58. So we've got the Provender store. There's a lot of Scenecraft here. I'm going to whiz through the Scenecraft. That one actually does look quite nice, I must say. In fact, I'm kind of tempted. The Z on the end suggests that that's a special for probably the Collectors Club. But I'm looking at that and thinking there's a super quick signal box on Weir Yard, and I'm actually quite tempted to replace it with that. You remember these kiosks? These were all the rage in the 70s and 80s. It's a far cry, actually, from that shed that we saw in the January announcement. So we made a big thing like, oh, look, garden shed. This is actually really good announcement. Barnabas Junction says, Jenny, right, sorry, Simon Trade's talking to Barnabas Junction. That's what I misread there. Yeah, the Class 57 does look nice. Cottesmore, hi to you. Says no details, so I have to wait and see. Would assume so with new motor, perhaps. Actually, the Class 58 has been one which I think a lot of people have been saying were missing from the range. These Class 31 sound fitted in N gauge. Actually, these do look like these are going to be pretty good. So we've got a full function list there. It looks like they're going to be fully spec'd. So quite pleased at that. The that LMS crab does look really good in that livery. And Engage. The 8F. I really do wish we'd get a really high spec model. I'd probably more likely Hornby to do it in 00. 48773. The diagonal stripe, incidentally, shows that it was balanced, I believe, to be able to is that the mark for balanced for passenger running, so it wouldn't sort of like shake the train to bits, or is that it's no, I think that is something to do with the locomotive's been balanced so it doesn't shake for when pulling passenger trains. The H2 Atlantic, probably my particular pick. Brian Moss says the 58 is the old Helgen one. Yeah, we saw last time the Class 35 from Helgen being made for the EFE range, so that relationship is clearly continuing. I know that I did speak to Helgen, and they were quite cagey about further models, which basically meant yes. Right. Garthin says not permitted to run south of Crewe. Brian Moss says yellow on allowed under white. Right. It was either balanced for passenger running or something to do with the overhead line equipment. Right, so that's fine. Ben Davis says I need SDJR 1P and London Southwestern Railway BT Well Tank and Southern Railway Green. I know what I need to do, Jellicoe. Join the Bachmann Club for it now. Yeah, so it's not allowed under the wire with that strike. Right, Brian Moss and Richard Swiderski both confirmed that as well. So that's me. You learn something every day. It's great, isn't it? But the H2 Atlantic, that livery there, I have to say that for me is the standout model. But I just love that LBSCR burnt umber. Really love the detail we're getting on the splashes there. That is so nice. Also getting it in, excuse me, sound fitted in BR black. We're getting the 94XX with sound, hopefully. Oh, and firebox flicker, I believe that means. So it's interesting. We're starting to see that as a regular feature. Cottesmore's going back to earning some wages. Toodles. See you later. You take care. Currently I am earning my crust right now. This is, trying to earn my crust. Will Tucker says, good morning, Jenny. Thank you for your expert running commentary again. That word expert, surely it should be in inverted commas. I know that there's a few trolls who like to think that that I'm some kind of complete and utter bumbling amateur, and no, I'm not. But right, the DRS 57. We had a close look at these. Class 108 reappearing with speed whiskers in green. We're also getting the revised Network Southeast. Mentioned the pillbox brake is back in Southern Railway, small lettered brown. That's suitable for the sort of the tail end of the Southern Railway period, from what I remember. The Motorrail Gov, come on, Bachmann, release some of the other coaches to match that livery. It's all very good having the intercity Govs. I want the rest of the range. I did manage to get a full range of the Bachmann Mark 1s in the intercity livery, but please, come on, Mr. Bachmann, meet me halfway. Them and the regional railways ones, not weathered, just like clean to match the other coaches would be nice. Kev McKay 85, anything on the Patreon? We'll hopefully get through to that. Let's have a look. Valley Brook 2 Model Railway, big hello to you. How are you doing? Ben Davis, I would love if Hornby did the 8F in LMS Red and LMS BR Red. I would get them for sure. Yeah, I heard somewhere that Hornby's making an announcement later on today. So interesting to see what happens with that. Class 414, I don't know, why are we getting... For some reason, we're getting pictures of stuff that's already available here. So what I'm going to do, this for me is the winner. And I'll be honest with you, Firebox Glow as well, I've just spotted that. Next 18 decoder, that does seem to be becoming more and more common, which is an odd standard for DCC decoders. And I don't get what Next 18 offers that we don't get from anything else. And I know from talking with DCC Concepts that there's only one factory in the whole of, I think it's China, that does the edge connectors. And so there's a great scope to have a difficulty in supply on that type of connector. Gamehammer Classic Game says, if you can get that job, can I have one as well? This is the £90,000 a year job. Yeah, I'd love that job as well. People speculate that somehow I go to sleep at night sat in a huge pile of money. No, we go to sleep at night on a metal-framed bed that sags quite badly. Class 58s. Right, we've got to the Class 58s. So these are the Helgen models. So, yeah, Simon Trains MRS. It's a shame the 1p won't be sold for 1p. We can but dream. So yes, the Class 58s. Brian Moser was right. Carl at Brook says Collectors Club page just updated. Pre-ordered the 1p tank. Get in there quick. Yeah, I absolutely urge you. Don't mess about watching me. If you want that, you should be getting it ordered from the Bachmann Collectors Club, because that is going to sell out, I predict, today. There are only 504 of them, of which 150 are sound. Get them. If you miss it, you will miss out, and they will go on eBay at stupid amounts of money. So I'm telling you now, just get in there. Right, Class 58s. So we've got Rail Freight, red stripe, weathered, faded paint, and logos. I think that does look good. These are the former Helgen models. I don't know whether any changes have been made to them. I suspect they are exactly as Helgen intended them. So they do look good, actually. I'm tempted, actually, that Rail Freight red stripe could make an appearance on Weir Yard. These, actually, the Taunton Cider one looks good. Again, I think these are Helgen models, the cargo wagons. Again, do look good. Right, Ben, sorry, I think we've found that. Oh, yeah, we're all talking about. Yeah, I think the word you're looking for is a sinecure, which is a job where you paid a huge amount of money to do not a lot. So Valley Brook 2 Model Railway. My first loco was 58001 Old Hornby. I bought for £3.50. I think in anybody's book that's a bargain. Billy Stanier, yes, the elephant in the room, squashing us all against the wall. The Bachmann RRP are eye-watering. I haven't seen the RRPs yet, but I don't disbelieve you. Can anybody actually tell me, what is that Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 1p actually selling for? My guess is that there's not much change out of about 170. Thomas Whittington says, I come halfway through the stream. Any new Western Steam diesel models coming out? The 94XX pannier tank with sound. We're not seeing any Western region specific models. I think this seems to be the day of the Southern. Now, for me, this one here, the London and Southwestern Railway BT Well tank in southern green. It looks like more like a London and Southwestern Railway pea green. That is another really, really great looking model. I think this is going to sell very, very well. I'd be interested to see what the price on these are. Given that I think you can still get some of the previous versions from Kernow Model Centre. And we've also got the gate stock, again, previously a Kernow Model Centre special commission. These do look nice, actually. Really, something a bit different, and nice to see that they'll now be widely available through Bachmann stockists. But again, the caveat, price. N-gauge modelers as well, getting the Shark brake van. Was this one that was one of the DJ Models stable that's made it through finally? And also the Imerys China Clay slurry wagons. Again, I think these are Kernow special. Valleybrook 2 Model Railway. Do the cider wagons come with cider? Unfortunately not. Simon Trace MRS. I wonder if the cider wagons belong to Era 8. Does it actually... Let me just check. Where were they? It doesn't actually say for the EFE range. I have a feeling they're 1990s. Michael Robinson says, hello Jennifer, how are you? I'm absolutely fine, thank you. I hope you're well as well. Tony Simmons, my first train set was the original HST back in the 70s. My first train set was actually inherited from my father, and it's the one I keep asking for and I never get, which is the Standard Class 4 80054 in BR Early Crest. It was the Hornby 00 model. Right. I think we've talked through these quite a lot. I say that this is actually a really great announcement. Bachmann have pulled it back on this. Really pleased to see. I know that we really did rib them a little bit earlier in the year, but you know, if somebody from Bachmann does watch this, then rest assured, I have been impressed by the announcements. Really pleased that certainly somebody from Bachmann is right on the money with that Somerset and Dorset Joint Railway 1P. That's the one which actually there, we're just seeing that on screen now. That is the one which people have been sort of hinting at, and I think that this is a perfectly on the money choice. All I would say is I think they should have made more of them. I don't think 504 is enough. I predict that this will be the fastest selling Bachmann Collectors Club special edition ever. It's going to outsell in terms of speed even that SDJR 3F, and it just shows that actually the SDJR a Prussian blue really does suit locomotives and it sells well. So if you want one of these, then you really do have to get in there quick. Wardle Rose says, were there any Scenecraft items? Yes, there were. Let me just go back. So I've got to scroll through. Oh, wait a second. Somebody was asking about Western regions. So there we are. The GWR 94XX is coming in BR Black Early Emblem, sound fitted. And this for me, actually, this is my pick of the release. I don't know about anybody else, but this just edges it for me. Personal preference. Does look good in that green though. So Scenecraft. Let's get back to the Scenecraft. So wooden retaining walls. I can see actually those being quite useful. That again, another useful little item. Again, depends on price. The kiosk. Funnily enough, kiosk, I believe, is a Turkish word. One of the few Turkish words to make it into the English language unchanged. Just shows the English language does hoover up everybody else's words. But very reminiscent of ones you used to see around the 70s and 80s. They seem to be a big thing. This Roxum signal box, the Z on the end there, suggests that this is a special commission, perhaps. Actually, no, it would be a K if it was for the Collectors Club, so I will look into this. But that is a perfect like-for-like exchange for the aging Super Quick model on Weir Yard in one of the signal box positions, which I actually really do fancy changing for something nicer, and that does fit the bill. So that does look good, may make it to Weir Yard. These look really, really nice as well, this watermill. Little feet, stuff like this, you can make a really great scene building around these. Provence de Store reappears with red rather than blue paintwork. Carl at Brooks says, thanks Jenny, great live show as always, catch you later, you take care as well. Wardle Road likes the brick coal bunker. Definitely, I think these are good, solid, scenic details. Low relief Pullman Hotel. They do look good, and actually I say the Scenecraft, the Scaledale and the Oxford Rail structures as well all look really, really great, I have to say. We really are spoiled. These are N gauge according to the listing, N scale thatched cottage. That does actually look really, really good. This I think is going to be a very, very delicate piece for N gauge. Gordon McIlroy says, boom, 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 got my SDJR pre-order confirmed. Yeah, my prediction is that they're mostly sold out about now. Really, it's a superb move, easy money for Bachmann. I think they could probably have made, say, 750 and still sold them all in a very reasonable length of time. Thomas the Tank Engine, we're starting to see these come through. Not a huge amount announced. I don't know where all the other locomotives are. So we're getting Thomas, and we're getting Gordon's coaches, but no Gordon. And the red brake coach and the red coach, I think they go with Emily. Where is the Emily? So the Thomas the Tank Engine range seems to be, don't know where the rest are. Wardle Road says, where's Garthian? He's probably pre-ordered 10 of the SDJR Locos. No, if you're a member of the Collectors Club, they only let you order one at a time. So it's one per membership. Iggle Piggle. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, I've read that right first time. Iggle Piggle. I shall resist the urge to pronounce it as Iggle 3P1 Giggle. Yeah, not coming up on the website for me. Garthian's not ordered anything. Tim Condrup, can't wait to get Bachmann Daisy next year. I'm so excited. Have they announced that? I'll have to. I've got the most boring picture on the screen there. This as well. I think that's going to sell well, but not. It's already been released in N by Daypole and 00 by Hornby. Valleybrook 2 model railway. We need a diesel from Thomas. Is it Bear? Now, Bear, was that the class 35 or the 37? I'm thinking back to my enterprising engines. Yeah, I know Thomas the Tank Engine. I was small once. But both a class 35 and a 37 did appear in enterprising engines from what I remember. So with that, the Helgen class 35 being effectively bought in for the EFE range, then could see them. I don't know how the licensing works, I have to say. But yeah, for me, really, really satisfied with the releases. I've purposefully stayed away from the prices because that is another big kettle of worms. And I think on announcement day, I didn't want to go into the prices. Yes, prices are high. So I think we just have to live with that at the moment, unfortunately. I think people will vote with your feet if it's too expensive. David Baird says, would you consider reviewing any Australian Locos and rolling stock? I would absolutely love to, actually. It's simply a case of if manufacturers sent me stuff to review, I would love to review it. I really do like a lot of the Australian outline stuff. I remember at a model railway exhibition being next to an Australian layout and just finding it fabulous. Hornby have announced that they're distributing an Australian outline model in the UK, and I think that is going to be probably purchased by me because it looks amazing. I forget which model it was, but that is one which may make it to Weir Yard regardless. Whatever Works Railroad says, hello all for the West Coast of Canada. West Coast of Canada represents. So that's Vancouver, the Vancouver side of Canada. Ben Davis, any ideas of the price of the SDJR Blue 1P? The old adage, if you have to ask, you can't afford it. Expensive, I think is the word. I purposefully haven't had a look at the prices. Sparky 107, great to see you. Hi Jenny, have to go off to work now. Have a good day. You too. DT Head 38 class. Right, brilliant. Yeah, it's certainly something that I'm looking forward to from Hornby. Josh's Train Room says, did you say Hornby are announcing something later? I've heard rumours of this. I don't know for certain. But look, you take care, Sparky 107 107. Work safe, and I think we all need to do some serious work in order to actually afford. But the one that you're seeing on the screen now, that is my top pick for me from this announcement. And I'm pretty certain one of these will appear on Wear Yard. Whatever works rarer says I'm on Vancouver Island. So boom, guessed correctly. So nice part of the world actually around there. Really nice part of the world. But yeah, so if anybody were to really want to buy me a Christmas present, I'm a bit of a wally. I want to spend my money on Jenny. I'll buy that. So don't all buy one. In fact, no, don't buy one. Don't buy one for me. Buy one for yourself. Yes, definitely. But I'm talking rubbish now. So lots of people going, what's new there? So Kevin McKay 85 says, enjoy your stream. So look, it's great to. I'm gonna. Oh no! I just closed the wrong thing. But we're gonna round off the stream. I can't believe I've talked now for just over an hour. But certainly we've got plenty of people watching. So it just remains to be said. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And just see, I get the adverts as well. But right, so let's just see now. We've got 47 likes. Three trolls have passed through. Hello, trolls. Great to see you too. But don't forget to click that like button. Jordan Anderson says Tesco is Ben and Jerry's for £2.50. By the way, don't tempt me. I love Ben and Jerry's, but it doesn't love me. Ben Davis says, I think Hornby's announcement was the new family fun project they're doing for Christmas. Yeah. Valleybrook 2 Motherella, you had a strong caffeine-based drink this morning. Yes, I did actually, Diet Coke. But I can countermand that because I have a bottle of cider in the fridge downstairs, which I may now go and take, lie down in a darkened room, because basically the cupboard monkey was supposed to bring it up to me for the live stream last night. Probably a good thing that she didn't, but I'm going to go and have that now. So I'm just going to round off the screen. Just it's been great having your company this morning, going through the Bachmann announcements. Certainly for me, this is the best range of Bachmann announcements this year. They've really come back strong, ready in the build-up for Christmas. I think all of these models that we've seen announced, we should see these over the next 3 months in the shops, I believe is the plan. Indeed, I would suggest that some of these will pretty much rock up this week. So Robert Steers, greetings from Billings, Montana, USA. You're one of my Patreons, aren't you? I recognise the name. In which case, I've sent you an email about something we were talking about. So we need to sort that out. We've also Michael Robinson from Adelaide, South Australia. Oh gosh, I've got family down. Yeah, I got family in Warrigal. They're farmers out in the. They live in Warrigal. So I do have family out there. Never actually talked to them, met them, seen them. But I do know that they're out there. Iggle Piggle says, I think they are all sold, not on the Bachmann Collector Club page. That would be an absolute record if they've sold out during the course of the stream. And I did tell you at the start, if it was announced, get in quick. So you can't say I didn't warn you. But look, you take care, and I will catch you later. Don't forget, tomorrow we've got a regular service will resume. We've got our full review of the Daypole Class 121 in that gorgeous silver link livery, currently on sale at Rails and possibly a few other places for £79 or so. And in all honesty, again, it's another model we're not going to see prices that low for a long time. Robert Steers, yes, it was you. Yes, I will write later today. Excellent. Looking forward to hearing from you. David Baird says that I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Right. And final comment, Garthian. Sun's not past the yard arm yet. I bet it is somewhere. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Right, take care all, and it's been great following this. I've just been realised I've spent the entire stream looking at the screen, not the camera. So if I looked weird, it's because I was looking at the pictures, not at the camera that's up there. So you guys, take care all, and I need